All right, well, day number 2 is finished and in the books, and I'm not going to say a whole lot here because I give my thoughts about everything right at the beginning of the live trade action. So let's just go to my desktop, and then I'll see you back to wrap things up. All right, welcome to my desktop. Market opens up here in less than 1 minute. And right now, not feeling super confident. Maybe I mentioned that in the intro where I'm sitting at the desk. I have not recorded that part of the video, so I have no idea what I'm going to say. So there may be a little conflicting message. Maybe at the end of this, I'm feeling way confident, but not super confident and on the edge of not sure if I'm going to continue with the challenge. I'll be just brutally upfront. Has not been as popular as what I thought it would be. The introduction video I did on it, I think got a total of 3 comments. So, one of those things where just kind of thinking out loud, I don't know if I'm going to continue, especially if there's another loss here, then I'll have to reassess things, not from a money standpoint, but just from I'll be the first to admit I was doing this because I was thinking people would be interested. I was thinking people would be like, oh yeah, let's see how this data turns out. Let's see what actually happens. So, and I'm willing to lose money in those situations just to let things play out, to create good content that people are interested in. But if people aren't really interested in it, and if it goes like it did yesterday, with day 1, then I'll have to revise and kind of rethink things. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna, like I said, abandon things yet, but that's kind of where my mind's at this point in time. So I will go ahead and pause for now, and I'll look around and let's see what else I can find, or let's see what I can find. All right, looking for NVIDIA to potentially come up through 277, and then on the way back down, I would be interested in taking it short. And potentially another trade at 275.50, but I'm going to need a little bit more time for that one to play out. So I could get left behind on that one. But like I said, watching NVIDIA closely right now, see what it wants to potentially do. But I will go ahead and pause. Okay, watching 276, I have my stop loss now, can give me a 50-cent risk on it, which is what I've been watching and wanting. So 276 would be the entry point, but let's see if it wants to come down. And watching 276 very closely. In at 276.01. So, all right, here we go. This is either rejecting off the trend line and coming down, or it's going to push up through that trend line, but just had one candle rejected from it. So now it's just a question of, does this thing want to come down further? So I will go ahead and pause for now, and I will keep you updated. So again, I have movement in my favor. In my normal trading, I could see myself lightening the load a little bit, just because, hey, I got some movement in my favor. So there we are at $1R. So my stop loss should now be to break even. But I just want to give this thing a chance. So I'm going to keep, that is a rule break, sure, but at this sake, you know what, it's come down. I don't want to have it come up, take me out, and then come back down. So maybe that proves to be stupid, because am I going to potentially get stopped out right here? Again, because if I would move it down to break even per the rule. So again, right there, I got to move. I got to move 1R, actually beyond 1R. In a normal strategy, yeah, I'm looking to take some profit off the table. So who knows? Maybe that would prove to be stupid, though, because if this thing comes all the way down, then yeah, you'd say, well, you should not have taken some profit off right there because it would have kept coming down. But as of right now, looking a little sketchy because it bounced back up, but we'll see what it wants to do. So in my mind, again, I had the chance to take some profit off, but per this. So again, I'd be stopped out now at break even had I followed the rules. So let's see if that would have been a stupid rule to follow or a smart one. Obviously, it'll be a smart one if this thing comes up. And got to get out. All right, I think I am officially done with the challenge.
just because twofold. That's now the third one in a row. No, I take that back. The one just didn't come in my favor at all. But there's one where normal strategy would have been profitable. And granted, I fully admit that, Clay, dude, it's only been 3 trades. And you're right, it has been 3 trades. But as I said in the intro, even if I made money on all these trades, it would still potentially only be 6 trades. So that doesn't necessarily prove anything anyways. So I'm not saying that these 3 trades prove that this is a bad thing to go about. I'm just saying that given that there doesn't seem to be much interest in this anyways, it doesn't seem like it doesn't, in my mind, does not feel very... It doesn't make sense, because all I've done so far is reiterate, and that's kind of the comical part about this is, yeah, Clay, that's why you've been doing what you do, because these situations exist out there quite a bit where I get it. You can go for the bigger trades. You can go for the bigger trades, but how many times do these things happen where you could have had green and then all of a sudden it just snaps back against you? Granted, per the rules, that should have been a break-even trade. But like I said, at this point, I want to see if I could get that thing to roll over. And it just didn't break down. And, but still had plenty of move in my favor to lock in some gains. Now, would that have been in my normal strategy like a big winning trade? No, it wouldn't have been. But it would have been if anything, a small loss. But I would like to think that would have been a modest, small gain, but definitely not, the full loss right here, because I never took anything off on the way down. So at this point, like I said, I think I'm just going to hit the stop loss on the challenge, admit defeat. That sorry, I'm trying to talk and look at the markets too. But had this been really popular and a lot of people interested, then okay, who cares? Let's keep going. Let's keep collecting data. But going back to what I started before all this, when I look and see a video that's intro has 3 total comments, it's like, okay. In that video, I said, hey, let me know what you think. So I was trying to get people to interact, and 3 people did. So, I'm not going to, just from a strictly content perspective, keep this all up. But again, I want to reiterate, just because there's been 3 trades, 3 losing trades, does not mean that going for 2R might not work for you. And it does. Maybe it would work for me too, because I've only given this from a statistic standpoint 3 sample sizes, or I have 3 data pieces, which sample size very, very small. So I'm not here making the claim that this is a terrible strategy, that you should not personally do this. All I'm saying is I'm doing it from more of a content creation standpoint of I didn't need to be doing this. I was doing it because I was kind of curious, but also thinking that other people would be more curious and interested, and that's just not the case as it comes back down. But yeah, so that's all I have. I'm going to call it good. So another losing trade. And so the next time you see somebody just saying, what, all you got to do is go, 3-1 or 2-1. And all you got, okay, that's true. But it's not necessarily as easy as what people think. So that's why I'm a believer in taking some profits off along the way. And then, letting things work in your favor. But in this situation, as you saw, it's not quite that straightforward. But, well, thank you for hanging out with me for the 2-day challenge. But I'm going to go ahead and listen to you as viewers and subscribers and just admit that I failed. I failed in the sense of misgauging people's interest level in this sort of thing. So, yeah, not the first time I failed on the channel, but you can't fail unless you try. And I'm sorry for the awkward silences. I'm looking over at the markets here, but yeah, that's all I have. So thank you for the 2-day challenge. And again, by all means, go try to paper trade, try to do this challenge on your own. Let me know what sort of results you get. Because again, I'm not making the claim that it doesn't work or it's stupid, because I have only made 3 trades. Just like I could not make the claim that it's the greatest thing ever had all 3 of my trades been winning trades. Well, that still doesn't prove anything either per se, because that's only 3 trades. But so yeah, and I've said thank you for hanging out now 10 times, and I keep talking. But sorry, that's when you're trying to talk and analyze and see things at the same time. But that's all I have for you. So yeah, I guess I'll probably see you back at the desk for a final wrap up.
I think I pretty much explained everything at that section, but I'm recording this part a few hours later. I just got done working out, so that's why I'm dressed the way I am. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it a failure, more so from the trying to gauge interest point of view. In fact, day number 1 of the challenge video, as of right now, I think has a total of 5 comments, if that. It might only be 4 comments, which just reinforces what I was thinking earlier on in the day, that yeah, people just don't really care that much, which is fine. I mean, I know I tried, I failed, and you never can know unless you try something. But this is one of those situations where people weren't interested, so I'll go back to kind of how things were. And it is what it is. So no shame in failure. Not to turn this into a motivational video, but hey, I failed at this. Got it completely wrong in people's interest level. And again, I want to just reiterate one final time, even if all my trades had been green, that doesn't prove that this isn't a good approach. It doesn't prove that I knew what I was doing. Just like the red side of things doesn't prove that it's bad. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't try it. But at this point, the driving force is just people aren't interested. So that's all I have for you. So thanks for coming on with me, coming on this 2-day journey with me. Epic failure of me trying to gauge the interest, but it is what it is. So if you did enjoy, then sorry, but next time when I ask for likes and comments, please do that, because that's what I'm using to gauge this sort of stuff. But it is what it is, and we'll get back to the normal schedule of things. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.